All right, y'all. I decided to do some rankings. I was talking to my friend. He knows a lot about football. We were just talking about the top players at each position. We had a great conversation. We kind of came to a consensus, like an agreement on the top 10. I was like doing my top 5 at each position. Basically, he was like, "Oh, wait, this person should be before this person." Or he runs better routes than him. He knows more football than I do, actually. We might get a podcast together too. But number 5, this is the top 5 tight ends. Number 5, I got Mark Andrews. He played with Lamar Jackson this year, 6'5", 256. He made the Pro Bowl this year too. It was him and Kelsey for the AFC. It's 2 tight ends. 15 games. They say start at 4, but they probably start off in a single back or 2-back set or 3 wide receiver set instead of a tight end. So just because he didn't start and play the first play, don't mean he wasn't the starter. But he was the starting tight end. He had 98 targets, so he caught 64 passes for 852 yards, pretty good. 13.3 yards per reception. Actually, was down from 16.2 from last year. He had 10 touchdowns this year compared to 3 last year. Yards per game, 56.8. So if he get that up to like 63, 64, he can average, he can get 1,000 yards. But 800 yards for a tight end is pretty good. To me, 700 yards plus is a good tight end season for me. Just like when I'm grading wide receivers, 1,000 yards is pretty good. He's only 23 years old. What college did he? He's from Oklahoma. It's only his second year. He was a third round pick, so they got a good tight end in the third round. He's definitely, I think, number 5 this year. The 4th best tight end I have Darren Walker from. I have Darren Walker. I think they put. I don't know. He got a lot of targets though. Let's see. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Darren. I think it's. Oh, it's Darren Waller. I'm sorry, y'all. From the he's 6'6", 255 from the Oakland Raiders. This is 4th year. He actually played for Baltimore too. But he had 117 targets and caught 90 passes. So he had more targets. So you could flip-flop Mark Andrews and Waller. Waller didn't make the Pro Bowl in the AFC because Kelsey and Andrews made it. But then again, they both made the playoffs too. They could be looking at that, like team success. But 90 catches for 1,145 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then 71.6 yards per game. Let's see. I could have went through Andrews' game logs, but we've seen what he did. The Oakland Raiders, he had 5. He had 5 100-yard games. Multi-touchdown games, he had 1, and that was against the Green Bay Packers. They lost 42-24. I think he's definitely number 4 this year. This is just current too, because he had more yards than Zach Ertz. But I got Zach Ertz number 3. He made the Pro Bowl this year, along with he made the Pro Bowl with Kittle from the 49ers. But Zach Ertz is the 3rd best tight end in the league to me. I think it's hands down, no question. He had one receiving, one 100-yard game this season. He played with the Eagles his whole career. He had 135 targets. He had 88 catches for 916 yards, 10.4 yards per reception, 6 touchdowns, 61.1 yards per game. And that's it. 3-time Pro Bowler, and he's a Pro Bowler this year. Helped the Eagles get to the playoffs they didn't have no wide receiver that got over 500 yards, but he was a tight end and he got 916. So he was their best receiver this year. Salute to him. They made the playoffs, so they went on a nice run at the end, 4 straight wins. Ertz's future is bright. He's great. Number 2, I got Travis Kelce. I had Kelsey 1, and my boys had Kittle number 1. But to me, Kelsey is more like he played more like a Gonzalez. They split him out wide, red zone target, all that. And Kittle is more like Gronkowski. He a red zone target and he can block real good. Not saying Kelsey can't block, but Kelsey has 2 100-yard games, 1 against Denver and 1 against Oakland Raiders. He had 136 targets, 97 catches for 1,229 yards. And he played today, the Chiefs in the AFC divisional round at home against the Texans, and he had 3 touchdowns. and all in one quarter, I believe, like the second quarter. But he had 5 touchdowns this year in the regular season. They didn't put his playoff stats up yet on Football Reference, but he's a Pro Bowler too. He got selected first AFC. And then one more, y'all. George Kittle. I think he's the best tight end in the league. 85 catches, 1,053 yards, 12.4 yards per reception, 5 touchdowns. So they both got 5 touchdowns. It's debatable then. He got 3 100-yard games, Kittle, to Kelsey's 2. He got less targets too, 107. And last year he had 136 targets and had 1,377 yards. So he basically did the same thing Kelsey did with the same amount of targets. So you got to look at that too. Just like in a running back thing, like just because let's say Chris Carson had more yards than Kamara, but he's not. To me, he's not a better back than Alvin Kamara. But I said the top 5 tight ends. Number 1, George Kittle from the San Francisco 49ers. Number 2, Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, Zach Ertz from the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, Darren Waller from the Oakland Raiders. And number 5, Mark Andrews from the Baltimore Ravens. And like I said, Mark Andrews and Waller is a debate. The Raiders tight end and the Raiders and Ravens tight ends. But that's it, y'all. That's my top 5 current tight ends in the NFL.